Hello and welcome to Naija's Geeking Out, episode 213. This week, Dakpo is facing the end of his very, very long banishment from the land of the people that can speak and talk. How do you feel, Dakpo?
I've come to realize that social media is an addiction. It was hard. I won't lie. It was hard. But the longer it went on, it kind of got easier. But then I was still lapsing. I was lapsing.
Yeah.
It catch me out twice.
Mm, mm.
It was not a good feeling.
It was not a good feeling at all. But were you more productive?
Yes, got a lot more things done. Actually.
Yeah.
The house is sparkling clean. I've been tidied up.
Yeah, oh, that's good. Maybe you should take another bet so you can be more productive next year as well. Yeah. You can bet on Fantastic Four.
Another bet will come up next year. That's for sure.
Yes.
But I think
Maybe Daredevil, maybe something, maybe Peacemaker. I don't know. Something is gonna come up next year.
what's coming? No, maybe FF. FF might.
FF.
Oh,
FF
do
might.
you know if this movie is
I don't believe that thing is coming out next year. I still
That
refuse
might
to
suck me to a bit.
That's a good bet. Would you bet that FF is coming out next year?
I don't know, you know.
No, survive your remaining 1 hour or what, your 58 minutes.
The issue with FF is it doesn't sound reasonable. The timer doesn't sound reasonable. The speed doesn't sound reasonable. Yeah, these guys, they're not blinking. They've not moved the dates. So I keep on wondering what's going on here. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're just gonna burn those VFX farms, and they're just gonna keep them on like 24-hour cycles, just like keep rendering, keep preparing this thing.
I think they're gonna blink at some point.
I think so, because
They should have blinked by now.
No, Tunde. You know what?
They have time.
They haven't even done. They haven't. We're assuming they won't even do reshoots. So. We're assuming that they're not going to do reshoots.
And the original timeline clashed very close to Superman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It makes no sense for them to even go for that time.
Mm-hmm.
This is not MCU.
They are still relying on Old Glory that they did it with Civil War.
No. They're not stupid. They're not. They know what's going on. They know that MCU no longer has that clout.
But this is Fantastic Four.
You will hope.
Well, you hope. Yeah, you'd hope.
Yeah, you hope.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Red, how are you doing?
I'm good. Dakpo, just want to know if he has anybody on the shit list.
All of you know. All of you. I've seen all the comments, all the sniggering. You read. You were very active in this thing. Yes.
Me, no. No.
Yeah.
I had your back all the way.
Okay.
Well, by stabbing it.
Well, going back to Fantastic Four, I'm not sure we missed this news. It has finished filming 2 weeks ago.
They filmed in 2 weeks, or what? How long did it take them to film? They must have filmed in 1 month. What are you saying?
No, it's like I think it's about 5 months or thereabout.
No. When did we get the full cast?
This year.
This year. Yeah.
We got the full cast in summer, right?
Yeah. I want to bet this now 6 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, like that was like around 5 months. It started filming in April, I think. April, May.
Okay.
Yeah, and that finished filming 2 weeks ago, November.
So today, remind me, who's the director again?
Who is
Is it what? Is it John Watts?
I think I'm not sure it's John Watts. I think John Watts.
Did he drop out?
My mind went to Watts.
It was Mark Schreifer. Mark
No, Mark Schaefer is the Mark Chapman is for this thing. It's for the Thunderbolt. Yeah. Director is Tim Story.
No, that's the old one now. That's the
old one. Oh shit! I hope the old one. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Story he's an industry guy.
He won't do this.
He won't do a big budget film. No, he's like a safe director that people that
Okay, yeah.
usually go
It's
for.
Matt Shackman, yeah. Matt
Okay,
Shackman.
it's him.
I thought Shackman was doing what's this thing called? I'm mixing them up.
Thunderbolts?
He's doing Captain yeah,
Matt
yeah.
Chapman.
Yes,
Shackman, yeah.
the WandaVision.
No, not Wonder Vision.
What's
Let
he
me
done?
confirm. He's done some things before, but it's not Wonder Vision he's done.
Okay.
Oh,
That was
I'm sorry, it's Wonder Vision, yeah.
okay today.
It's yeah, it's Wonder Vision. It directed Wonder Vision. Because I was thinking the person that directed Wonder Vision directed Agatha, Jay Schiffer.
No, I think that was the showrunner.
That was the
Yeah.
show. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was the showrunner.
there's a Matt
Yeah.
Shriver guy that's a showrunner for. It was for the. I thought for the Captain America and Falcon. I'm going to say Captain America and
That's
Falcon.
that's the same person that did Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon
Yeah,
and the Winter
yeah,
Soldier. That's what you meant.
That's the show.
Yeah.
So this
Okay.
guy's a nobody. This guy's a nobody now.
Shackman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, I mean,
He has
here's
done
the
a
thing.
bunch of work, but
Yeah, but it's like for me, in my humble opinion, like I didn't know John Watts before Spider-Man.
Fair
yes.
enough. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, you start from somewhere, and if you have a good vision, and you
Okay.
know,
Okay.
This would be his first actual big TV movie. Big movie. Matt Shackman is like
was
a
right.
TV guy.
TV guy. Okay.
He does episodes here and there. So
Yeah.
Well. So
Producers.
I mean, he has 5 months. So he's shooting a TV something again anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's a pilot.
Yes.
pilot.
It's 2 pilots.
Best of luck to them, honestly. Best of luck.
Yeah. Okay. Right, guys. What we talk about? What I mean.
Yeah. Best news. Have you guys heard the sample score of Superman?
Is that the one with the logo? I listened to someone just now. Yes.
Yes.
One
The
of-
sample score.
With him flying and stuff.
Yeah.
I would like it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I haven't. So that's not what I meant.
Nice.
That's what they released today.
Let me put my
Yes,
hater.
it's today.
Let me hate.
You want to hate
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Go on, Red.
It's no Williams.
It sounded like a Doge.
A bit.
Like a what?
A bit.
Like it was.
Like
Like
a
a
Doge.
Doge.
It
What? I
was
didn't hear
A
that.
Doge.
Doge. Like
Doge.
the
Yeah.
sad. Yeah.
Oh,
it
Doge.
was more
Yeah.
sad
Yeah.
than
No, it was more
Inspirational, like
soulful.
yeah. No, I don't know how to put it. Okay, that was listen to it. Yeah, we're getting mad.
It's a whoosh. It's basically
No,
whoosh.
no.
No,
No.
not the whoosh.
Not the
There's
whoosh.
something. There's something. There's
Yeah,
okay,
something.
There's a sample soundtrack where
hold on. Let me look for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not our place. So this is the teaser. This is like the announcement for the trailer to drop on Thursday.
announcement for it. Yeah,
I
So,
didn't
yeah.
know
Is it a trailer or teaser?
it's a teaser trailer that is dropping on Thursday.
Exactly.
Is that trailer like filler?
So,
Little something.
so 20 seconds. 20, 30 seconds.
No. It's going to be a full. It's going to be a full. They now call trailers teasers nowadays, so it's going to be a full 2 minutes or so.
Yeah,
Okay.
the fact they said teaser trailer means it's slightly
Longer.
No,
longer.
longer.
I bet it's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. But yeah,
It does sound okay. Sorry.
it sounds good. No, continue.
I was going to say that to Red's point, it sounds a little sad. Like the first few seconds, I was like this, but then it's evocative for me. For me, I felt something. Let me put it that way. But you guys, you know I'm easy, so it's no big rising,
Right. Okay.
like the Williams score or anything. But it sounded a bit, it got me.
It cuts off at the point where it starts rising. Because that was just for
Sure.
context. It takes the original Superman theme song,
Back for that
The-
one.
Yeah. Okay.
the John Williams theme song.
Yeah.
Imagine that one. Then you now layer it with the production of Hans Zimmer's Flight.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yes. So you have the chorals of Hans Zimmer's Flight, and then you're now playing the John Williams dun, 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 dun,
I didn't hear that.
on top of it. Listen to it. That's it.
Yeah, I didn't even hear that. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a lady is humming that, and they now have the Hans Zimmer flight, the Hans Zimmer Man of Steel flight background to it. So and then at the end it cuts off where some people have said it's going to build into something. But yes,
Okay, because it does cut off. It's very, very short. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I like it, and I really like it. I've listened to it so many times now, and I'm like, I'm annoyed at James Gunn. Give me the full thing. Stop giving me all these bits by bits pieces. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think you should have given us more. Okay, well, Red, you weren't
you didn't
particularly
like it.
like, yeah.
No, I did not like it, but I'm not gassed like you guys. Like, everybody's
Ah,
gassing over now.
no, anything Superman, I'm going to be gassing out to the release date,
Fair enough.
except it comes out terrible. Like there's some terrible news about it. I'm going to be gassing. Yeah.
Also,
Now, but did you listen to the one that Red just sent you? No, or you didn't?
Oh no, no.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
do. Let me do that. Let me do
Do
that.
that.
Yeah.
But
do that.
while that boy is listening, what do you guys think of the pattern? The pants,
I've never minded that.
I don't have an issue with it.
I don't have
You
an
don't?
I don't have
issue.
an issue with it because it's
I
trunks.
don't
I don't have
know.
an issue with it. So personally, I've not had an issue with it. What the
Mm.
only thing I want is, and I assume they'll fix it in post somehow, is just to tighten up the suit.
The bulk him
The
up.
shoots.
Yeah, the suits. Just make it a bit more snug, which I assume
Yeah.
is on is on his radar anyway. So yeah, I
Okay.
don't have an issue with it at all.
My thing with the pattern is I like the new 52 design, obviously.
Yeah,
Yes.
But even if I see it, it's what I've grown, it's what I know him to be from
Yeah.
day one. So I
Yeah.
don't, it's never been something that rankles me or just gets me.
yeah,
So if it's there, it's there.
Yeah.
If it's not there,
yeah.
Mm.
Same. I never had an
Yeah.
issue with it either. I would even say I don't like Batman having it because Batman having it to me was always weirder. But Superman, I'm like, okay, it's from this is his costume from outer space. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't have an issue
I
with
didn't,
it.
yeah, I grew up with it, but like once I saw the new 52 design, I'm like, yes,
it makes sense.
this
Yeah.
is how it should be. So going like it's like you're now taking a step back. I'm feeling the nostalgia a bit too much. So I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, and
let's see how it goes.
that belt is really yellow as well. That belt is like
It's
super
very
yellow.
yellow. Yeah,
I'm quite bulky.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, all right.
Okay. I think that was finished listening now.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel. I enjoyed it, but I'm convinced that the image itself made it sound a little more. Maybe
Okay.
because I'm looking at that image of Superman, and I'm getting this image of Superman rising, but the Superman itself
Yes.
seems totally, I guess, left field. I think I'm going to reserve my judgment for this one. For a movie, what's going on in that scene whenever they play it.
On Thursday, is it coming out for everyone or just the press?
Not everyone.
Everyone.
Okay.
Everyone.
All right.
Everyone.
They're
Yeah.
going to break YouTube.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah.
No,
They will.
Guys, I'm telling you, LinkedIn is gonna break.
Yeah,
It's gonna break.
No, they will break YouTube,
yeah.
and it will set the mood from
But
now.
Yeah.
yes.
All we have is talk.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is their biggest. Okay, we are setting the mood of what the movie is actually going to look like.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's a big deal.
It is.
Those users.
Oh, it's a massive reset. It's a massive opportunity.
Yeah.
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 You got a lot of people eager. You got a lot of people on the fence, and then you got the enemy who's just
Yeah.
waiting.
To fit.
So
Yeah.
See, those enemies, they're not going to say anything good about it. There's no.
No, there are people who are not going to say anything good about it. That's obvious. Like they are the wackos on the side. But this trailer, it can be good, but if it's good in a certain way, it will create more enemies. Like if it's good in a Taika Waititi trailer, and that's the tone it evokes.
I would have to say though, that picture,
Yeah.
that poster,
Yeah.
this first time I'm saying it,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. It's good.
Yes.
I absolutely. I don't know why I missed this. I love that. The
Yeah.
color, like it's almost like a blurry. It's almost like I guess when it's super speeding. Type.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
I like it.
And it does look like Christopher Reeves. In a way.
That was a bit,
It does.
Yeah.
From the
It
angle,
looks like Superman Reeves. It looks iconic as well.
yeah, it looks iconic. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like Superman, yeah.
Yeah. If this
I
movie
like
is
the
good,
words. look up.
I'm going to get a poster of this picture of this
Yeah.
image if this
Even
movie
those
is good.
words, look up. It works.
Yeah.
What's it better?
Yeah.
I mean,
Or a
yeah.
dispute.
One is of
Or
course
a
a big
dispute.
display. It will be my first 4x4 display
Yeah.
if the movie is good. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. No, sometimes you just have to chance things. I think it's going to be good. Yeah, it's worth.
I mean, as much as I attack DC, Superman's iconic as a character. When it's done well, your heart has well. I don't care. You know, when it's done well.
Okay. So Superman, yes. Trailer dropping on Thursday, man. We might have to do an emergency drop. Think about it, guys.
I agree. There's no
emergency
until Monday.
Emergency reaction.
We have to do emergency one though.
Thursday evening.
Yeah.
We'll jump on the call.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
We might even do a short as well for clips for youths for IG and stuff.
We could do a watch along. Sorry, not watch along.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But what time is it dropping?
Don't know.
Yeah,
we'll find out and figure it out.
We all don't watch it till we come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. So moving on to today's show, Creature Commandos. Yes. Moving on to another James Gunn baby. Creature Commandos episode 3 dropped. Cheers to the Tin Man. Everybody seen this? Wait, have you caught up with Creature Commandos?
I caught up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have the most fresh perspective, and you saw it today. This episode follows GI Robot, right? GI Robot is the one in focus in this episode. We take over from the end of the last episode where Nina and the bride are defeated by Cersei. Yes. Now the rest of the team come to the base of the incels. They are under attack. No, they're not under attack. No, they realize that it's a trap. They head back to the palace. Yeah. And then they get under attack, and then GI Robot basically shows what he's made of. But spliced in between all of this, he's having some flashbacks, right? I think we don't even really see his origin, not origin, like who created him. We don't see
who built him. No, we don't.
Yeah, the first time we see him in the flashbacks is when he's assigned to Sergeant Rock's team, and that is Sergeant Rock, right?
Yes. Easy company.
Yeah.
You mean the Howling Commandos?
No.
I knew him. I knew Sergeant Rock and Easy Company before
Howling Commandos. Okay.
I don't know who got
there first, right? Yeah.
I wonder who was first actually out of those two.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a feeling. I would have feeling that it's Rock. Sergeant Rock.
I think it's Sergeant Rock.
Yeah, I think it's Rock as well. Yeah.
He's been around for a bit. And then we move through the ages, including where I think we do a skip forward where the Nazis are over, the World War II is over, and then he gets an upgrade.
Yes.
Yeah, he gets an upgrade, but still his core programming is still anti-Nazi, almost overriding anything else. He commits a crime, goes to prison, and then it's from prison that I think he joins.
He kills
Nazis.
Yes, he kills.
Don't close that part out. He kills Nazis.
Yeah, he kills Nazis. Yeah.
Were those guys Nazis actually?
No. They were white supremacists.
White supremacists, like just
Nazis.
Yeah, neo-Nazis. I don't mind. I'm just saying they were not.
As I was watching it, I was not even convinced those guys were even.
He saw the flag. They had flag.
No, they have flags, but then he saw the picture of the what's it called?
The swastika.
The swastika, yeah.
The projector. Maybe the guys about to talk about Nazis.
Okay, may I say something, Dapo?
Yes.
Don't be making excuses like this. Don't be making
no.
rationale like this from
go on.
From when the good old boy guy was like, "I'm going to take you to meet the boys." I was like,
I knew Yeah.
That's
was a
kind of
mistake,
setting
yeah.
of
Man, I
America
think,
for Americans.
honestly, I wasn't sure.
Kept,
That's it.
kept
I'm thinking,
from the moment he bought him and he brought
Yeah.
him into his house,
yeah,
and
you
he's saying
knew.
he's buying guns, and he's a man, he's a cat man with like 3 cats, and that's his, I knew that's where it was going to.
Is it what, man?
I didn't expect it.
He's
I
a,
didn't expect
a
He had
cat
cats.
man. He had multiple cats.
Yeah.
Like we have cat ladies here. He's the
Yeah,
guy with all the cats and everything, and the robot is the person he's talking to.
yeah.
I'm like, yes, this is where it's going to.
So
So
yeah. Okay,
So,
so
okay,
this yes, go on.
okay. So, and then I'm not a bit sad that because I wanted him to. I was expecting him to actually kill people, thinking they're Nazis and they were not Nazis,
again,
which would be a bit more of a bigger deal.
Okay,
yeah,
true. That would have been more
but
poignant, but I
Yeah.
think they were actually
Yeah.
they call
I
themselves
think
socialist something, but
they're
that's a
Nazis,
fancy,
please.
that's a fancy name for white supremacists. So,
Yeah.
and they were
Yeah,
all good old boys. There was no lady there.
they are
There was
all
no black
incels.
person there.
It's incels.
That's the kind of place that if you were driving and you were lost and you enter that
Bam.
place to say, ah,
It's
guys,
a
how
sundown thing. You'll go away,
it's a
please.
it's a sundown something.
Yeah, I'd rather walk, please.
I've walked into such pubs in my time. Where you walk in, you look around, and you go,
You say,
see you later.
mm,
You turn around instantly and you walk out.
yeah,
You don't even bother asking anything.
Don't ask any question.
You just walk out.
Okay, so
yeah,
should we deep dive into this episode a bit more? I don't want to
yeah.
spoilerific
Um,
Yeah.
impressions.
I mean, I like the phrase you used, deep dive,
Mhm,
because I'm going to say right now,
mhm,
I don't think there's a lot to deep dive into this.
mhm.
I found your description of what the summary of this episode is, for me, is as deep as it gets.
Mhm.
I didn't find any layers beyond. There's this robot is programmed to kill Nazis, and that's all it does. And we see him through the years. He can't seem to change, and this is all he wants to do.
Yeah.
Is kill Nazis.
mm,
Now, another thing I found about this episode, and something, there's a lot of gore in this episode.
Yes.
It doesn't seem natural to me. It just seems like let's show gore. Oh, let's do intestines to shock people. It's almost like let's do an invisible.
Yeah, every single bullet was piercing and ripping out intestines and stuff. You know,
Yeah, and then
I agree with you. By the way, I just want you to finish. I agree with you.
And I found that the main story, the main story this one was the Tin Man. Fine.
Yeah.
I don't think they went too deep into it. The main overarching story, nothing much in my view progressed on that either. In terms of we saw them try to cap and slapping the bomb. I think this show personally is trying too hard to be an R-rated show.
To be edgy.
To be edgy. And surprisingly enough, I did actually. I don't know if there's anything changed, but for some reason, I found the animation of this one. I enjoyed it a lot more. The actual animation on this episode seemed way better for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me getting used to it.
you've gotten used to it, yeah.
Yeah, or maybe it could be that.
Yeah.
I think you're getting used to it. I watched all 3 today, and the first thing I noticed was the animation was bad. I mean, I don't want to use the word bad, but it was subpar. I mean,
It was bad.
It was bad. By the 3rd episode, I didn't notice it as much, but it was still flat. It felt like watching. I think I saw better animation from Battle of the Planets, G-Force, or even Voltron.
I understand what you mean. I mean, that was in the 70s.
Yeah,
I get where he's coming from.
No,
Yes,
because
it feels like
when it started,
Batman Beyond, Justice League.
No, Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond is way better because because if you think about it, when it started, just even the cars, it was just like shading, like they just shaded they didn't put too much details in that.
I'm trying to recontextualize this episode and this show as a whole because it feels like a deliberate throwback to from the music to the animation. It feels like an 80s vibe. So I'm trying to give them a pass that Is
I don't get
it?
that. I don't get that.
No. I think
You
it
don't
went
get
for
it?
the. No, I think
No,
it
no.
went for the Guardians of the Galaxy music when action is playing
Mm,
type
So,
thing.
no, because
Even
even the
Peacemaker.
music itself, it's jarring to me.
But
it is.
it wasn't a throwback. No.
Yeah, I
Because
don't.
no, the because the opening music for the show itself,
This
yeah, it feels like
is
a very old show kind
the
of this thing.
the
Like a how will I put it now? A cow, a west, all these Western
yeah, like
cartoons
a
or
cowboy,
something like
yeah,
that. Yeah,
like a spaghetti
yeah,
western, yeah.
exactly. That's how it feels like to me. So I think maybe
I didn't get that.
that's the vibe they are going for with the
I
animation and
understand.
everything. But
Yes.
yeah, it's just not working, I
Let
guess.
me let me get to that music bit here, and I complained about it last week, and I hate
It
it
does.
even more now.
Yeah.
Not only does the music ramp up when there's action, but it's now actually quite loud.
Yes.
And I thought
Yeah.
at first I was like, is there something wrong with my equalizer? Like the music is very loud.
Yeah.
The sound, like the dialogue is low during action pieces. It doesn't work. It doesn't feel organic. It feels very, very forced in. I don't like it.
Mm.
Like each episode, he plays like 3 songs.
Are we going to be calling music James Gunn slow-mo?
you know,
Pretty much. That's the
James
stage.
Gunn audio. Yeah, I think
That's
that.
Yeah,
that's the stage.
yeah,
That's the stand. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
He's
can't.
overindulging it. He's
too
overindulging
much.
in it.
Too
Yeah,
much. And I think
yeah,
we even called it out in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, a movie which I love. One of
yeah,
my favorite films ever. But
yeah.
even there, the music, it was like you are going through your playlist, not really fitting in what should be there. It doesn't even need to be there. Yeah, this again, Red, to your point, the animation feels very flat. It reminds me, I just thought it reminds me almost of Tunde. Remember, what it's not SpongeBob SquarePants, the horse guy, BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman.
Like
Mhm.
when the cars move, they just move across the screen. It almost feels like the wheels are just
Yes,
spinning. It's like
yes,
flat.
yes,
Like
yes.
they are dragging paper across.
Like they're dragging it across the screen. Yeah, it's not, Flag's hair never moves, and it irritates
Oh
me
yeah,
too.
yeah. Feel that little wavy thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that little thing that he has on the side that
Mhm.
doesn't move at all. I'm
It
like,
might. I think those are intentional
It's her.
choices. Like
It's her.
it's meant to be like that.
He
It's like
uses.
that's what they are going for. It's not as if they are skipping out of budget or anything. That's what they want. That's the kind of style they want.
He uses hair
So yeah.
starch. Spray starch.
Yeah, they are trying to
it's
like
it.
they are over exaggerating those
Okay.
particular features to make it stick like that. So
Okay.
yeah, that was what they might be going for.
It's a bit jarring to me, but okay.
Mm.
Moving on to like maybe the plots, if any.
But
Of
I
what
want to
happened.
address I want to address Taco's point about the flatness of this story
Yeah.
Mm,
and how points from point A to point B it is.
mhm.
For this episode, and I think it shows me what they're going to be doing for the rest of the season, is basically how your monsters are not monsters. So
Each person is going to get an arc, right? Yeah.
instead of getting asked showing
An episode, rather.
so showing why except maybe phosphorus, yeah, because that was the bastard. Showing why these people are not
I think
I don't
Wizard
think
is
there's any
next.
redeeming phosphorus.
Right. So can I? Okay. On that very point you made, I
yeah.
agree with that point when we saw the story about the bride.
Yeah.
But in this episode, to me, the Tin Man is exactly what it was in the first episode. In this episode, and then episode, he's just somebody wants to kill Nazis. So I
No,
didn't really learn anything different in this.
no, so he's gaining sentience, which is different from his programming, which is something, and he's like
Right.
his own thing now is acceptance. Like, oh, why I want to kill Nazis, I've been accepted into the group of EZA,
Yeah.
the EZA company. I was part of their company, and I've been looking for something like that ever since, and I found it in the fish lady. Like
Yeah.
something, and that is how he bonds with his friends by
Sorry.
killing Nazis.
This,
So
this does not land to me at all.
That's a rich.
I
Yeah.
no, I think that's genuinely what they're going for. Whether it lands
No,
or not
I
is a different
agree.
question. Yeah.
But I think it was a very lazy effort, and I don't think I didn't feel they moved the needle in any way that convinced me at
On
all.
yeah.
Because I was thinking this just seems like somebody.
So they are trying to move him. They are trying to move him from being a robot to being a person in this episode.
it's sentient.
Yeah.
But yeah, to
Yeah.
me it's not working. And I've read a lot of obviously we've all read stories about robots who gain sentience, who gain feeling.
Yeah.
This one is a hard reach for me because I'm sorry, GI robot seems like a very dumb robot, even on a robot level.
Mhm.
It's almost like ticker tape.
Yeah.
It's code base. It's like 5 lines.
Yeah. It's calculator.
That's how it feels to me.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know,
I kind of disagree on that. Like, because if you notice, his code shocks people at times when he speaks. Like, he's supposed to be focused on I want to kill Nazis, but the
Yeah.
way he reacts to situations shows he has even a greater awareness than being the dumb robot he was created to be.
So
And
can I?
in
Yeah,
this
sorry.
episode, we notice he has what's this thing called? He has memories of friends.
Yes.
Like he has emotional feelings of easy company. So he
Yes.
has that family longing. So
Yes.
I think that's what they were trying to capture here.
yeah.
Sorry.
Honestly, it didn't land for me at all.
I-
He's the one, the character I thought I would identify the most with. I'm always a sucker for AI.
Groot's characters.
Yeah.
He felt
Star
very
Trek data in Star Trek. I'm always a sucker for those kind
Yeah.
of characters. But this one just, I don't know.
It didn't land. It
Yeah.
didn't land. And I understand where you're coming from, Tunde, in that they were trying to show us that almost the humanization of this android, this robot, but it just maybe because of the length of the episode, I don't know, but I was like,
how long are they? Like 20?
Like 20 minutes, 19 minutes, something.
No, it's slightly long. It's slightly longer than that.
Slightly
But yeah.
longer.
Okay.
And also, maybe the voice of Sean Gunn didn't work for this guy. I did like the voice work.
Was it Sean Gunn or Alan Tudyk? I don't know.
Sean Gunn.
It's Sean Gunn. And Tudyk was for us.
First and somebody else. He's doing 2 people.
So Sean Gunn's doing 2. He's doing the Weasel and GI.
Okay.
He was in Guardian of the Galaxy, right? That's his brother.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not like I'm with you that I'm not sure I like this episode at all.
Okay.
So, yes, I don't think I liked it. Watching it, I didn't feel any. Overall, the story is not just working for me. I get what even the death of the robot, you're supposed to feel sad, or
He's
when
not,
it gets blown up,
he's not
dead.
Yeah.
You're either supposed to feel sad or feel happy that he has achieved his act of killing Nazis. Even with the music and everything, it's supposed to make you feel, oh wow, see him, he's grown up, he's killing Nazis. It's a joyous encounter for him. We've seen his story, and this is all he wants to do. And I'm just like,
what about?
Yeah, go on. Just go, right.
I was going to ask what about Cersei's motive or non-motive.
Well, okay. So this
we'll
is
get to that. Yeah,
this is part of my issue with this whole episode as well. The whole idea that this is a distraction to take these guys away while we're attacked.
That was stupid.
But yes, the distraction itself, you didn't set any bombs, which would be the most basic thing to do. So let me overlook that bit. But they're still able to get all the way back in time to defend. So what kind of distraction? The whole thing was just smelly to me. I'm sorry.
There are a couple of things wrong with the idea of it as a distraction. One, they didn't tell these guys that they left, that they kept those ladies there.
Yeah, forget about that.
Yeah. So they found out themselves and they went themselves. So you didn't even know that the palace would be empty. So if it's a distraction to get rid of just this,
there was no ransom, no, like, oh, we got 2 of your people.
We got your people, come and get them. There was no trap. They won't kept them. They just tied them up and kept her in water. Like, so they actually.
Why would you keep her in water? Why would you save her life?
So they're not trying to kill them.
Both of them. I don't know.
I guess Cersei's being a good person. Yes, she's not trying to kill them. Yeah, but even then, you didn't tie them up properly. You didn't put any obstacles in them getting them rescuing.
Booby trapping.
Like, how is that a distraction in any way? So wait, just to clarify, and this is where I might be trying to explain it away. Was it Cersei's people that said it was a distraction, or these guys that foolishly assumed it was a distraction?
It was Flag.
Yeah. So my end canon is going to be that Flag is foolishly talking nonsense. Cersei beats those ones. She didn't want to kill them, and then she went to attack. So because the timeline doesn't make sense that Cersei would beat them and say this is my distraction, wait for flag and people to come out and then go and attack. It just really doesn't work for me as a story.
So at the end of episode 2, what happened was Nina and the bride had been
Yeah.
defeated by Cersei, and they were lying outside while it was raining.
Yeah.
Yes.
That means that in order for Nina to still be alive, they had
Yeah.
picked her up and put her in the tub to keep her alive.
Life. Yes.
They went out of their way to keep her
To
alive.
keep her alive. Yes.
And pretty much the same for the
bride.
Well, because they could have killed the
Yeah.
bride. So is it possible that Cersei is not the villain here?
Yeah, she's not the villain.
That's what she's saying. She's not.
That's what she's inferring at the end.
Well, at the end,
Yeah.
he said that, you don't know what
You don't know what you unleashed.
Yeah. End of the world.
So,
blah, blah,
is
blah.
it possible that she's not trying to kill any of the task force?
That would make sense.
That's
then.
clear.
That
Yeah,
would
that
make
she's not trying to kill them.
Okay.
But it doesn't still, whether she's trying to kill them or not, it doesn't still, the old flag saying it's a distraction still doesn't make sense.
So,
Okay.
go ahead, Dako.
No, I was going to say, then, actually, well, what's his name? Is it Rex? So, what's the guy's name? Flag. So, where Rex from? Flag should have questioned that. Why did they save this guy? Why did they save...
Why did they keep him alive? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. That might... Now, question, I forgot this now. Did they try to kill the princess or not?
She wanted to, then they stopped her.
Yes.
No.
So
We don't know if they tried to kill her or they are
No,
capturing her.
she tried to. The last one, she was trying to blast. She was going to blast her,
the incels were
and then the whistle came. Okay, no. Actually, the first guy that caught
said
her
that the first guy wanted to rape her.
Wanted to rape her because that guy said she said we should just kill her.
He said we should kill her.
Yeah.
So he wanted to rape her.
She was meant to be killed.
Yeah.
So who is she?
So then she's the issue then.
Yeah. So who is
The
she?
issue.
Yeah. She's the
okay.
issue.
Yeah. So who is she?
I
We don't
don't
know
know.
yet.
I have no idea.
That gun she took from the Amor or whatever it's called looked like something that was used to kill Dracula. Like it looks like something that's like 500 years old. It's like a musket.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't think too much about it.
Was it something that could be used to?
But maybe you're right. Maybe she's an old.
Yeah, maybe she's
And
maybe something to kill her.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we don't know. They'll probably have better explanations in the next episode about what's going on with Cersei and everything. But overall, as a story, I'm really not impressed.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like a story that you could have put just a bit more effort to make it better. But you are intentionally choosing to do this.
I must admit, and this probably didn't help either. I'd watched a program where somebody who's seen all the episodes, and they were raving about how it picks up with episode 2 and really picks up with episode 3. And so now my feeling, if this is what these people describe as like
Let's pick up.
then I don't have much hope for the rest of it.
Well, I assume stuff gets revealed more as we go along.
Yes.
I don't. One of the things I didn't like, and so somebody's touched on it, is honestly I didn't like the gore. I thought the R rating was unnecessary. It was forced. It was very forced, and there was even slow motion, and we had maybe 3. Okay, we had the scene in the woods during the war where GI robots did this thing. We had the scene in the neo-Nazi building in the compound, exactly, in the wherever the town hall they were doing it in. We had the bits at the at the castle where GI robot was, and each time it was just over the top. I didn't fancy it at all.
I did like the scene where they tried to shoot Dr. Phosphorus. That
was a cool use of his power. I think we saw it in the trailer.
Yeah,
that was a cool use of his power. Yeah.
That was cool. And then the bit where Dr. Phosphorus touches Cersei's face.
Oh god, yeah.
I would have expected I don't know. I don't know. I just
I
expected.
expected more to die. I
I
expected like
expected
it
her
to
head
go
to-
down to the score. Yeah.
Yeah.
I man, I
But
really thought
she's super strong. She's Themysciran, right? So
yeah, she's
maybe
still scared. Yeah.
Yeah,
But Themysciran super strong.
no, maybe there's some
She's powerful.
maybe there's some vulnerability that I don't know.
no, she's a witch, isn't
Yeah,
she?
she's a witch as well. Yeah, she's a
She
witch.
healing it.
Yes.
She probably tried to counteract it as he was burning it. I don't know.
Okay.
So I give Cersei. She's a witch, and if I remember correctly from my myths, her major power is changing shape anyway, changing
Fair
form.
enough. Fair enough.
So that might help.
Yes.
Yeah, I again did not fancy this episode at all. And why did you say GI Robots is still alive?
Oh,
The Ed is still alive. He's a robot.
when Nina picked said my friend, right?
Yeah.
He still spoke, right? Said my
Yeah,
my
and
friend.
then he went off, and then he winked out.
Yeah, but yeah.
They'll put him back together.
The gasoline. They'll join it, put the battery in the pour more gasoline. He'll wake up.
Yeah, he'll wake up. That's what I think.
I didn't think he was dead, but
Yeah,
at least I saw him power off this one.
Yeah,
It's hard drive.
He's running his race or
yeah.
something up. So unless he has some self-repairing something, or I don't know.
Oh,
They'll just build him off back now. It's a robot. His body is this.
I like the change.
I like the way you make it sound so easy.
I mean, this is animated TV show.
It is very easy because
but who's going to do that? Like in the field? Okay,
not in the field. Like they'll take him back. They're going back to the bees because in the next episode we see them meeting.
Oh, I didn't see it.
So the setup for the next episode is going to be a Weasel episode.
It's going to be.
And we also see Cersei meeting Waller.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Okay. Is that where they show them all the dead Superman and stuff?
Yeah.
You didn't see that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Like show that future desolation or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I was going to say something about you like the change. We were talking about.
Oh no! Sorry, I like the one upgrade I like that he had was when he was in the World War II with Easy Company, and he went on stilts and went on high versus when he was with these guys, and now he could hover. He had like drone technology. It's a hover. I did like that.
Yeah. Did you notice that it was Dr. Magnus, the
Metallo
of the Metal Men? Is it Metallo or Metal Men?
Oh,
Metal Man.
With Magnus, yeah.
Yes.
I was actually expecting him to appear.
Okay.
So whenever DC does anything to do with robots,
he has to be there.
Okay.
So I was expecting it. So I was not surprised when I saw him.
I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh, okay, are we going to get any of them? But alas. Okay. Any more that we want to talk about this one or no? No?
One more thing. I'll just say, I'm not sure the world building for the greater DC, how this fits into it. This is like a piece of the puzzle. We know G.I. Joe was back there in World War II, so technology is way different from what we're expecting. We know Metal Man is already active for a while already. So it's like when you try to place the puzzle of what is the DC universe, basically, it looks like it's going to be very, very different. And I know James Gunn has been saying this, but this is like the first clue we are getting to how different it's going to be from any other established universe. Yes.
Okay.
So there's that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Red.
A rating? Or what?
Great.
What? No, my rating. So no, because I watched all three together and I'm trying to figure out. I get a 2.2.
Okay. That one.
2.
Okay, today.
2.6. They are killing incels and Nazis. It makes me laugh.
Take what today doing here. Take what today is doing. He's touching extra points based on some irrelevance. So like
yeah. No, I genuinely don't think this show is a bad show. It's probably not just for me. And just slightly above average. That's why it's 2.6.
Okay.
Like I'm not hitting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, this is like a 1.4 or something. It is a bad show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Thus far, anyway, because
Thus far.
this show, I can't even compare this show to My Adventures with Superman. My Adventures with Superman is a better show than this show. And I did not rate My Adventures with Superman, particularly season 2, particularly well.
Season 2 is a worse show than this one. Like, My Adventures with Superman is silly. Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, it's silly. But the same thing we said about My Adventures with Superman is it's not for me. But that's not true. This show, Creature Commandos, is for me. But it's bad. If it's not for me, who is it for? It's no. If it's like it's like it's R-rated.
So it's not for me is a get out of jail. It's a get out of jail card for not holding things responsible.
No, there's some things there's some movies that I would watch that I realize, you know what, I get what these people are going for.
Okay.
But I don't like it.
That's My Adventures with Superman, by the way.
No, Adventures with Superman is for kids. Like stuff like all this Hollywood, all these things, all these Christmas movies. They make all these romantic Christmas movies.
Commandos is supposed to be for us.
It's not for us.
It's supposed to be for us, but it's like
it's not for kids.
Yeah, but it's not landing.
It's not it's not landing. Okay,
so that means it's not good.
I can go with that. It's fine.
Okay, I genuinely think that we are making excuses for this show.
Yes, because we want to like it.
Yes,
I don't want to.
There
I
are
don't
some
want
things
to like
that
it.
we have called out: the music choices, the animation, some of the motivations, some of the them wanting us to feel. The R rating has been called into question, and we are still giving it over 50%.
Just call the name now.
I gave it over 50%. I know. No. This is where.
Just call the name.
That is right. This is where the credibility and liking the people working on it plays a factor in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
If this was made by anybody else,
yes,
that is not Gone or DC related, it was a Marvel show, I'll probably
no, not probably. You be giving it 1.
Yeah, yes. I'll be giving it 1 and less than 1. But yes, it's like it's James Gunn. I like the guy. But it's also one thing I would say. Creature Commandos is doing something to me where he's increasing my fear or reducing my expectation for Gun Universe. My ginger for Gun Universe going forward. Yeah. Because even if Gun is not using this particular tone or this particular kind of storytelling for the rest of the movies he's making, there are still some elements here that mark his style that I'm not sure I'm going to like in any other thing he's doing.
So the thing about James Gunn, to be honest, is, and again, I like this guy a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's also savvy enough to understand that he needs different styles. His style is not something he can impose on people and say, you have to put a lot of music in it. You have to make it zany. You have to give the dialogue snap, snap, snap. I don't think it's not something that everybody can do. Maybe Edgar Wright, maybe, it's not a style that's for everyone. So let him I think he will recognize that, okay, what's the name of that Batman one with Robin? Is it Batman and Son or something? The one with Robin Shah. You know what I mean? So one, he will clearly, I think Andy Muschietti is supposed to do that one. He's not going to say, oh, you have to do it in this way. I think he will give that flexibility that, okay, that's how I want to do Peacemaker. That's how I want to do Creature Commandos. He sure as fuck cannot do this with Superman.
He better not.
No. Here's the thing. There are elements of James Gunn I've seen from Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, 3. Even though 3 is the best one, I've seen the same elements in Peacemaker, in Suicide Squad, in this and in Creature Commandos. Even though this movie, all these shows we've mentioned, they are completely different in tones and style. there are still these elements. Like Peacemaker, arguably his best work for me is.
I would disagree.
Yeah.
They're quite similar.
If anyone to me that I would have called slightly different, it would be this Creature Commandos one, but not even that different. To me, Peacemaker, Suicide Squad, and they're all the same kind of film in my kind of film in terms of tone wise.
Tonality, okay,
yeah, tonality. I think the tonality of Creature Commandos is the one that I don't think is quite the usual gun style.
Okay.
And I don't think it's even bad in a way in terms of tonality. I just don't think it's a great story. A great show based on story. I'm not engaged. In
this story.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I think for the Gunverse, I think you will understand that different styles will make the soup sweeter, for lack of a better word. So it will.
Okay.
Speaking of, we did not mention that Dynamic Duo is confirmed to be a coming of age movie, animated movie, or with of Robin,
and Jason
Todd and Dick Grayson. So I don't think we touched on that. And we found this out, I think, last week. What are your thoughts on this, by the way? It's 2028.
So please, Kex.
So there are a couple of news we didn't touch on.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
There is this one, but the bigger news is Clayface by Mike Flanagan, which is coming out as well.
Take a step backwards.
Yeah.
What is the first news that Kex was just blowing on my head just now? About
Dynamic Duo.
Yes.
So we're getting an animated Dynamic Duo movie.
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No.
But this is why you shouldn't have been avoided. He was on exile. Yeah.
Welcome back. In 6 minutes, you'll be able to comment.
In 6 minutes.
Yeah. So we're getting a Dynamic Duo animated movie.
Yeah.
So it's going to cinemas. Or for Jason.
Batman and Robin, right?
No. Jason
and Grayson.
And Dick Grayson. So it's a coming of age story of two of them.
When is it again? 2027, 2028, something like that?
I think it's 2028. I'm not sure.
2028. I think it's 2028.
And Jason Todd coming of age story with two of them together.
Yes. Yeah.
I like Dick Grayson.
I love Dick Grayson, but I don't
have two of them will work.
I have a number of things that I'm like, really?
I'm trying to understand the timing of this.
The timing, yeah. Who comes first, or are they after?
No, it's first, obviously. But where is taking his lifestyle that he's having to come from a story with Jason Todd?
No.
Is it going to be post Batman?
Origin story of the Robins.
But if
it's Jason Todd.
So where will Batman be if it's coming of age? Because it's interlapsed somewhere. It's okay.
It is probably Batman and Jason Todd have a falling out. Jason Todd reaches out to Nightwing, and then he and Nightwing do some stuff together. That is also.
But by that time, Nightwing is no longer coming of age.
No, it could be. It doesn't. I don't think two of them can come of age. It's more
okay.
More him.
No, Nightwing is not coming of age. Okay.
Into his thing yet. He might be like that early 20s, 2019, and then Jason Todd might be like 14 or something. So
I'm not sure if it's going to be before Jason Todd's Joker or after. Because there are interesting stories to be told. Like if it's after he comes back and he heads to Bodhaven to have his adventures with Nightwing.
That kind of makes a slightly more sense.
Yeah. So there's that possibility.
In the universe, he's dead. Drake's taking this role, or they
then that stops. Then that's not coming of age. It's that coming of age that's throwing me off.
No, because they're still kids. Like Nightwing will still be like in his 20s. Jason will be like his teens.
20 is not a kid.
Yeah, he's not a kid.
He's still in his teens now, didn't he?
What? He died in
his teens.
Yeah.
If he comes back after death, he'd still be a teenager, technically.
And so it's
who knows?
But we have zero news about who is this is all we know about it. I'm not sure we know. Okay, we know a bit more. We know who is directing it, I think.
Don't know.
Okay.
Wait, sorry. That's Clayface.
Uh, so, but
Yeah.
also we know for a fact that we've been told that in the DCU, the main time, sorry, the DC film, sorry, the Superman film is set at the time when we already have a Damian. Is that correct?
We
I
don't
don't know.
know.
There's going to be a Damian movie with Batman, but we don't know if Damian already exists yet, or Damian or Batman finds out about Damian in his movie. So we don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
And then
So-
2028, I feel
It's too much.
Oh yeah.
for an animated.
We don't know. Because Web and the Bold is Batman and Damian, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
100%.
So yeah.
2028 is long. Okay. Right, Clayface today.
Clayface by Mike Flanagan. And what makes this movie different is that it's a Mike Flanagan speech. But
Is it a
Mike
movie
Flanagan has
or a series?
movie.
I thought it was a series. You sure it's a movie?
Okay, I've been off my ball today, so let me
I
double
don't
check
know.
this.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I'll double check this and confirm.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I thought it was a movie. That's why. Let me just check my news.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a movie, yeah. So Mike Flanagan has been trying to pitch this for a while. He has had this project for a longer. So it's not a James Gunn saying, "Oh, this is part of my vision for
Yeah.
DCEU." It's Mike Flanagan pitching him, and they're saying, "Oh, this is a really cool idea. Come and do your stuff." So
Wow.
yeah, horror thriller. I wish it was doing Swamp Thing, but I'll take Clayface.
Oh, something would be so nice. Yes.
Yeah,
Something
I
would be
wish this was Swamp Thing
Something
because
would be
something would have been perfect for.
For horror thriller.
So
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
slated for a September 11, 2026 release.
Yes.
We don't have a director yet.
It's not Flanagan. Okay, Flanagan is writing the scripts. Yeah.
Wrote it. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's weird. The way movies have been announced right now. Like we have Superman, we have Supergirl,
Yes.
and then Clayface and Dynamic Duo. That's all we have confirmed for now.
You know, Clayface was hinted at in the Penguin series, right?
No, tell me.
No. But Penguin series are otherwise Elseworlds completely. It's Matt Reeves' universe.
So this Clayface is not Matt Reeves?
It's not Matt Reeves.
Oh.
It's in the James Gunn verse.
Okay. Then you know what? In that case, I think okay. So I don't mind
sorry,
this.
it's not confirmed yet which verse is falling.
It's not confirmed.
It's not
but
confirmed.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's Matt Reeves.
Yeah, it won't be Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves is too grounded for.
So that means that it's going to. It is possible that it will be in the same Batman and Robin
universe or an
Batman
Elseworlds
universe.
completely.
I think it could be the same.
Yeah.
Because we know that we okay. Sorry, my understanding is that in that Batman and Robin universe, that it will also be the same one that Superman, David Cornsworth's Superman is. So obviously there are already fantastical elements of Green Lanterns, Hawk Girl, Superman, Mr. Terrific. So why not have villains like Clayface? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. But okay, so that was just that piece of news there. That one, you want to ask something?
No, sorry, I'm just cracking my brain. I know there's something I saw in Penguin that I said, Clayface. But I can't remember what it was now.
What it was.
And I know it was in the last episode. That thing clicked to me. But you know, it might just be drugs.
Fair enough.
It could always be that.
Okay. So speaking of movies, I think the last. I mean, we'll have to do a postmortem on the Sonyverse one of these weeks before let's put that on the docket.
Yeah, it should. But
of the Sonyverse and just do like a mortician's examination of all the stuff that they've been giving us for the last since, apart from the Spider-Man stuff, everything else that they've given us. The last and the latest entry is Kraven the Hunter, which was released last week Thursday. Stars Aaron Taylor Johnson, what's his name, Russell Crowe in it. Who else does it have? Just like one or two other people. Ariana or something. Yeah. The boss, whatever her name is. Yeah, and it's basically about Sergei Kravinoff getting power. The powered, the super powered hunter. Although in the comic books he doesn't necessarily have power. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. But there's no Spider-Man in this movie. There's no reference to Spider-Man at all in this movie.
Someone said something. Before you come, someone said something, and I'll just make that comment here. That about a completely different movie. He said like there's a trend in Hollywood where people who have original ideas cannot find any other way to tell their stories. So they use existing IPs to tell the story they want to tell.
Yes.
And when you're speaking of the Sony universe, I think that is what has been happening. But I mean,
so you're saying all these people with the original ideas have like shit original ideas?
No, I didn't say they have good original ideas. I mean that they have a story they want to tell that has nothing to do with the IP.
Can I just use the IP? Can I tell you, that is exactly what Joker 1 and Joker 2 are.
Yeah.
Folie Duo and Joker 1 are exactly. Somebody had an idea and he was like, how do I pitch this? Okay, let me just put the sheen of Gotham and Joker over this and put it out.
I would throw in Madam Web in that group.
Yes, I'll throw in every Sony movie in that group.
I still haven't seen Madam Web.
No, don't watch
every Sony movie.
No, Kraven is not. Kraven is not in my view.
So who has seen Kraven here?
I've seen Kraven.
I have.
Okay. Oh, both of you.
So I would add Kraven to that list if I would like. Yes, I wouldn't even add Mobius to that list. I wouldn't even add Venom to that list.
I would certainly put Mobius to that list.
I will add every single Mobius
is. Yeah. I want like, okay, this guy has this cool thing. Okay, let me put Mobius. It just felt like it
was a Mobius story in my view. I know what point it kind of clinged, air quotes, faithfully to what I expected Mobius to be. It was not that great.
See,
but Madam Web did not even barely.
And Venom did.
Venom still an
Venom
alien.
is not a Venom has no relation with the comic Venom at all. No, just because Tom Hardy does a good body cop movie.
Wait. The issue of them not using Spider-Man is nothing to do with because they don't want to stop our story. They had a legal agreement with Disney to do. So
I see your point. I see your
point. Not Spider-Man.
I see your point.
I'm saying that. No, I'm saying that even the Venom character is nothing like the Venom in the comics. This is a body cop Venom movie. So it's just someone that said, "Oh, if I have an idea for a man and a talking back alien monster together, I can't tell this story. Let me use Venom because Venom as a character has never been this kind of symbol that is always talking back to him."
I get the picture was like, okay, Venom, it comics Venom is a symbiote to this character. Oh, actually, let's since you don't have Spider-Man, let's make the interplay between the two of them and let's make that the focus.
Yeah. You know what? I'm leaning with you now that one because I understand where today's point is, but the best example I can see is Joker 1 and Joker 2 for that, where he had an idea and then he put a sheen of comic book stuff. But what Sony is doing is they have the property and they are forcing stories. There are 3 stories now that I'm going to tell you that I know that Sony don't have any idea how they're going to do this, but they're like, we're going to do this thing. Do you remember what El Muerta character and they wanted to do an El Muerta
which Mexican wrestler type?
Wrestler type.
Yes.
There was a May spy thing that they wanted to do. There was the Silver Sable and Black and Silver.
Yes. Which one is more likely? A writer that wants to tell a spy story that cannot pitch this book anywhere.
Let me make it
at me. People will like it. I will pitch it.
Oh,
Now, imagine,
But
yeah.
why I say it's unlikely, and actually we have facts to say it's not like that's not happening. That hack from North Korea clearly showed that. What's that woman's name?
Kennedy.
Was it
It's
Kennedy?
not Kennedy. Kennedy is Star Wars.
You know the person, the
Oh.
Sony woman. I can't remember.
Yeah. She pretty told them, listen, we have all these properties, you need to start making films. And she was just telling that, okay, I want. So she's going to say, all these things, I want films of them.
Exactly. That's what we're saying the same thing. This one is clearly saying, writers, give me films of these characters.
Yes.
Writers are saying, oh, I have this original story. I will just use Aunt May and submit these scripts. And it's a film. Because these writers are clearly not reading the comic books. They're clearly not trying to be close to the comic books. Their best movie, and I will still maintain, Venom, it's not an accurate comic book movie. It's not someone that read Venom and said, "Oh, I like." Yeah.
Okay, no, actually, no. I'll say that for later. I'll say something later.
So yeah, what I'm saying, like even Venom is like it's not someone that said, "Oh, I like Venom as a character. I want to make a story about Venom as a character, and I'm submitting a script for that." He's someone that said, "Oh, wants to be funny." Tom Hardy is talking to himself, and Tom Hardy said, "Yes, I like that. Let's make that movie," and they will now put Venom on top of it. So that's where I'm coming at with all of this, because I saw in this movie, why I know part about it, I'm seeing Rhino is actually an alien, a mutant. And I'm like,
no.
Is it in his machine?
No.
Okay. So let the people who've seen it review the movie.
Let's jump into that. Yeah,
take it away, guys.
Yeah. So the movie, guys, we're going to spoil this. So let's not.
Yeah. So listeners.
Guys, it's a bad movie.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're watching,
yeah. So it opens up with Kraven already established. So he's not like the origin of Kraven. There's already a Kraven in this. There's already a Kraven character, and he's breaking into a prison. And what he is basically is like the boogeyman of criminals, of criminal like dons. So he's like the Baba Yaga. So you are in your fortress and you're like, say I'm safe, and then the guy will break in and kill you and then run out. So
like what Ronin was doing.
Ronin.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what it was. That's basically what it was. And it opens up with him breaking into a prison to kill one Russian don in Siberia. So it's a prison in a vast white scape of tundra in Siberia, where he basically breaks into he comes in as a prisoner, he disguises as a prisoner, gets in there, gets taken to the guy's cell, kills the guy, and then escapes. And then he uses his powers. You can see where he's using his powers, like to climb. He's super strong. He's like mad strong. He can fall from like maybe like a 5-story thing and land on his feet, like land on.
He's a cat. He's a line, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He was very Vixen-like in my view.
Vixen.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true. Except like there wasn't the. It was kind of like that. He can smell, he can see. So he breaks in, kills the guy, and then the movie starts. So we have that cold opening, and then the movie starts. No pun intended. And then we have a bit of a flashback as to him growing up with his brother. He has a younger brother, Dimitri. So he's Sergey, Dimitri. They're the children of Russell Crowe. Red.
I won't get us in trouble. Continue.
Yes, Sergey, Alexei,
and Dimitri. They don't have another Russian names.
That's it. Let's be stereotypical.
Well,
I'm surprised it's not Boris.
That's
Boris is a bad guy. I'm sure that was Boris.
Yeah, but you can't blame.
Yeah,
this
I know. Yeah, it's the source material. It's the creators. It's the creators. I know. It's the creators. I know. But it's still funny. Yeah. So he has a brother who, Russell Crowe is their dad. The dad is a gangster, almost like head of a Russian mafia, like the Odessa mafia or something like that. That the mom their mom dies. They don't have a good. The father takes them away from the mom. The mom dies. He takes them away to Africa on a hunting trip, on a safari.
Of
That's
course,
where
Africa.
So I mean,
And our ancestors now give a white boy power.
so
No, please let me be very clear whose ancestors gave him power. It's the Ghanaians. It's the Ghanaians that did it. The character that gave the power is a Ghanaian lady.
it's so bad. Okay, so I this is where for me the movie now starts to get bad. Because that cold opening with the action scene, I was like, okay. Yeah, people complain. This movie is not too bad though. The boy who plays a young Sergey, a young Kraven is not bad. But the second they land in Africa, it starts to go sideways. First off, they go to North Ghana for a safari. I'm sorry, my Ghanaian brother. I don't know if you have lions.
No,
I don't know.
Sorry, North Ghana for safari.
I know
Ghana.
I think we have a Ghanaian listener. I remember. I think Melvin listens.
Okay.
Please, Melvin, do you have lions in Northern Ghana?
No disrespect.
I don't know.
I would have thought, like, come on. There's
I believe
safari. There's like loads of like go to Serengeti or somewhere.
Yeah.
It just like east we know, but I mean this just already. I was like, Then we get introduced to a young Calypso talking to her grandmom. Her grandmother is like a local witch doctor with a British accent. Babalawo woman that has a British accent and just goes, oh, I have this potion which has been passed down from my family for generations. Here, and she gives the girl the potion. No recipe, no nothing. I just take because there are tarot cards. And it's.
Yeah. So they do the reading. She goes, "You're gonna need this.
They're gonna need this potion."
And she literally needed it 20 minutes later.
Maybe it was a prophecy that a white person was coming.
The white devil. Yeah, somebody will need it.
Sorry, to pause it there and correct you, we have lions in Ghana. We have national parks in Ghana. So take it. Yeah.
I did know that. Yeah, so they go to North Ghana during a hunting accident or whatever. The boy gets mauled by. Is it mauled? Do you get mauled by lions?
Yeah. You
mauled by bear. Got mauled by a lion, and then
very impressive lion in my view. I don't catch impressed. I was very impressed by the lion.
By the CG of the lion.
Yeah.
Okay. So the lion hurts him.
Did you guys see it together?
No.
Okay.
But same day.
Okay. But you talked about it already.
Yes.
Okay. What is same day? Yeah.
Same day. But the blood of the lion touches his blood.
Transfusion.
The blood of the lion.
Transmutation.
Oh God! The blood of the lion drops on his, and then the girl gives him the potion. And
don't tell me they did all that blood.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, we saw it.
I mean, after Sam Raimi did it, what do you mean? Of course. So they've been doing it for 20 years.
That trope. Do you know how much stock footage of blood flowing through veins they have?
Exactly. Oh God. He goes back. They take him back. They take him back home. He gets healed, and then he realizes that there's something up with him. Turns out he has powers, and he decides that he has to leave. That look, I can't stay here. Blah 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 blah. And leaves his younger brother, goes to Africa, grows up in Africa, becomes Sergey.
It grows up in Africa.
No, goes to not even Africa, Siberia.
Yes, Siberia. Yeah.
He goes to the woods in Siberia, and then
some abandoned. I think it's old property of his grandma.
Yeah, it's the land has been in his mom's family for generations.
He goes and lives there.
Like just like vast woods, just like forest, and then in the forest there's like a cabin, more or less, and then that's where he grows from that age of maybe 18 or so, 17, 18, to where we see him in modern day. Okay, Dapo, what are your thoughts on on this movie. I want to start with, it's a comic book movie. So in terms of the alignment to what we know about Sergei in the Kraven in the comic books, how does it?
Okay, without Spider-Man in the movie,
Yeah.
I think I don't think it was unfaithful in my view to comics. I had certain issues with certain aspects that you discussed about, like the family units. There was some aspects of the family unit that
yes
threw me for a loop.
I mean,
but overall, I didn't think it divided too much from the comic itself in terms of the origin of the character. I have issues with the motivations of what he was doing. I had issues, which is an issue I have with the comic anyway, because in some comics he's powered. I've never been. Yeah. I'm a fan of the non-powered version, but I know comics has powered version, so I can't really take the movie.
I like the powered version, to be honest.
For that,
yeah.
Overall, so go on, Red.
The non-powered version. He's a marksman, right? He's a sharpshooter.
He's a hunter, everything, yeah.
Trapper.
Okay. No, I mean the non-powered one. That's what.
Yeah. It's basically
all you can think of.
Yeah.
What is what he's great at.
Trying to remember.
See this film. I'm going to put it out there straight away. This is not the worst film Son has done.
It isn't by far.
To be honest, not even by a stretch.
It isn't by far. It's not the worst one they brought out this year.
Yeah, I think there was a narrative because of what happened with Madam Web, and people just wanted to jump on.
Yeah.
They have been producing bad films. Let's be very clear.
Yes.
And this is the last one, and people wait. You're going to expect bad stuff.
Yes,
it's not good, so you then double down on it. But it's better than a lot of the films they've done before. It's better. It's not
because the reviews were very, very scathing.
Savage.
Like,
yes. Very savage.
Very, very scathing.
Like the way they describe this movie, like it's not that worst superhero movie.
I can mention 3 that are worse.
Straight. I can mention
Venom 2.
Venom 2 and Venom 3 were worse.
Nah, I think it was better.
I don't like Venom 1 either.
You don't like Venom 1. I like Venom 1.
Yeah, I'm on record. To me, Venom 1 and this one are at the same level. Very better. It's what the young guys call mid. The mid.
Yeah.
Mid.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's when you look. So if this film came out, let's say this film came out, not being funny, 2000. It will get great reviews.
Yeah.
So what Sony movie is it better than?
Morbius.
No, that
Morbius.
Okay.
Venom 2 or 3, in my view.
Venom 2.
In my view.
Okay.
I think it's the same level as the first Venom.
So what I'm going to say, I think from what you guys are describing, I think is doing what the end of DCEU movies were doing, where because of how bad the previous movies were, everybody started rating them down. But yes, like he's doing basically what Flash, Black Adam,
Aquaman 2, or Aquaman 2 was not good.
Aquaman 2 was actually bad, but
Aquaman 2 was not good.
But you can't defend the film because it's not a good film.
It's not exactly. They're not great films, so you can't defend them.
You're in a hard situation.
Yes.
You want to say, God, it's not bad now. Is it good? No. so you kind of stop.
Yeah.
It's very basic. And let's talk about some of the plotting is very basic.
Yeah.
The God was it. And Red instantly predicted the imagery that will show next, and that is the imagery that followed. And then there's very basic plotting, like, oh, you're gonna, I'm this witch, here's this potion. It's like, how quickly can we go from A to B without even putting too much effort into going from A to B?
You know, they could have just done a montage. Like skip the entire and just do a montage. You don't need to do
that whole which part was not even needed. You could have cut all of that out.
Does it take itself seriously?
Very.
It does.
Very, very, very.
They are
Very,
they are,
very,
they
very.
are producing a work of art in their own eyes.
Yeah. This is like this is Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
This is not Sundance. So.
And I said that this. I compared it to the level of Venom.
Yeah.
Where Venom is better off is Venom knew what they were doing. They didn't take it serious. It was a fun movie. They were there for the jokes.
Yeah.
This one, no. This one was yes.
This is an R-rated film. Like the action is gory. Is bloody. It is like axe cutlass in head.
Oh, that's nice.
Kind of like super graphic, super gory, graphic violence. Yes.
They also had Naija had was so the family dynamics. He had a brother. Kraven had a brother.
Yes.
So we see them growing up together, and Kraven was always the one that dad liked because he's the brave one. He's the one who likes killing.
Yeah, he's the macho boy.
He can take the shot. Again, standard trope. The brother's the soft one.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill him. And the dad's like, oh, you're weak. It's not there. You're weak. That kind of upbringing. But
exactly how Russell Crowe sounds.
Yes, I can hear Russell Crowe in my head when that was talking.
but the brothers themselves, they have a good bond.
They
have a good bond. And now they do something here. So we talk about comic law. They make Kraven's brother a character from the comic that, for me, is so left field. It's unreal
and very unnecessary.
Very unnecessary.
Very unnecessary. They could have done without that.
And to be honest, you don't even know this. I would honestly say, Kex, I don't know where you started cutting in on. I think for the first hour, I don't think they make any reference. But towards the end of the film, they first make a couple of references about the brother. I'm thinking, why do they keep on mentioning this phrase? Is it this character? And that reference is that reference for any comic fan, your spider sense starts tingling. And then literally before the end, they make it very blatantly that he's this character.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he literally has the powers of that character out of nowhere.
Let me guess. The brother is the villain. Is the brother the villain of the movie?
No.
It's Spider-Man.
It's unnecessary. It's not the villain of the movie at all.
But he got
as the brother who's been put upon easily, and the film would not have changed one bit.
Okay.
So did he get his own powers from the witch also?
No, he got his own powers.
They just showed that he has his powers all of a sudden.
No. They said this, but it doesn't make sense. I apologize. I'm not trying. It's silly bastard of a film. So just to give a little context here. So Kraven has a younger brother called Dimitri.
Yeah, Dimitri. Yeah.
Dimitri is like a weak, he's not as brave, as strong, and the older brother is always protecting him. Dimitri is very good. Now I'm going to give you guys the clues. Dimitri is very good at people.
He's good at what?
Imitating people. And their voices. He's good at mimicking people.
He always mimics his dad. He can pretend to be his dad.
He's very good at voices.
Yes.
So let me just. He's able to. He's like a changeling. He's able to change his voice. Okay. So, sorry guys. Sorry. As we continue to, nobody cares about this shit. So as we continue to watch this thing, the Rhino in this movie, we find out that he's someone that was worked on by a guy called Miles Warren, Dr. Miles Warren, who is the Jackal in Spider-Man Law.
Yeah,
the Jackal, the guy
who started the close man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Dr. Miles Warren worked on the guy who becomes Rhino, Alexei, is someone who has a condition. He always has a heart condition. He's always wheezing. So he went to this doctor, and the doctor said, "I'm going to make you strong. I'm going to make you this. I'm going to make you that." And then experimented. And then Alexei becomes
is Russian too.
Rhino is a lizard. He's a lizard type of character.
No, not really.
The brother?
Yes. No, Rhino is a lizard type of character.
No, Rhino is a rhino,
I think you say that
like genetics modification.
Like lizard. Oh, yeah.
basically is you know Bane.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how he's got this pack of venom at the bottom that can inject himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what Rhino has. He has this thing that if he injects a chemical, when he puts it into his body,
it turns to a rhino.
So he has.
It gets stronger.
When they made him, when they experimented on him, his skin become extra strong, tough, hard, everything. Now, in order for him to revert to human and stay human, he has to have constant of this venom that Bane uses. It's like he
anti-venom.
He literally has like a colostomy bag.
Like that's exactly what it is. It's like a colostomy bag. So when he takes it out, his skin will start to harden. Back in, and then his skin will now become human again.
Does he have the horn?
He has the horn at the end. Yes, we don't know how. They don't explain it.
Yeah,
very toxic that has a horn that grows out. So
because all through the film, when he was taking it out, he always took it out for a bit.
For a bit.
And then puts it back in.
Yeah, for a bit.
He takes it out, and then that's the first time fully covered in the rhino hide.
Yeah.
So rhino is a person that turns to a rhino.
Correct, more or less. That turns to us.
It gets hard skin and has which to be honest, in a way, is comic accurate. It's a rhino. He has a rhino hide.
Yeah. Okay.
Rhino doesn't have rhino hide in the comics. Rhino is
there's literally no way to do a rhino character.
They've done a rhino character already.
Originally it was a hide.
Spider-Man.
No, originally it was a hide, then later it now became somebody wearing it.
Originally it was a hide in the comics.
Because the original one was very stupid.
They wanted the armor. So this same doctor is the one who works on Sergei's brother.
Okay.
Sergei's brother goes to meet Dr. Warren in New York. He says, I've been to see a doctor in New York. He's made me better. So after he sees the doctor works on him and then gives him some augmentations. The augmentation that he's been given is the augmentation.
I know who he is already.
Tell us
who's it?
No, you guys are already talking about voice.
The chameleon.
Like mimicking chameleon now. Mimicking and stuff. Yeah. If you're mimicking and Kate said changeling. For no reason, however, this guy does not need to be the chameleon
at all.
It happens at the end of the movie, and he doesn't.
Does he add anything to it? No. Does it like plot relevance?
No,
or it's just fan service.
It's fan service and it subtracts.
Yes. So we need to find out who he is. What, 10 minutes to the end or 5 minutes to the end?
Yes, maybe like 5 minutes to the end.
There was no point to it. But the hint's been dropping at least half an hour before, I guess.
Yeah. That he's guys. Let me say positive. Let me say one positive thing about this movie, and that one doesn't agree. The movie had really good action for me. It had really good action
compared to what?
Repeat the statement. Repeat that statement.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
What's that? I had really good action.
I'm going to make a very, 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 very bold statement here. Honestly, it was a lot like Captain America. It was a lot like. I'm telling you, he was a lot like Captain America in the action.
When you say like Captain America, are you talking about like First Avenger?
No,
Winter Soldier, just strong.
So he was like that. Well, let me land though. Let me land. He was like Captain America in Weto. Wait, you guys must let me finish first. In Civil War, right? And I'll explain why. So there is a sequence in London where some guys come to kidnap his brother. Some mercenaries come to kidnap his brother, right? So his brother lives on top of the penthouse of a high-rise building or something, whatever, like a penthouse. So he comes home, goes upstairs, goes into the room, and then sees like, oh, the whole the penthouse is scattered upside down. And then he goes out, like he runs to the balcony, and then he looks down, and then he sees them bundling his brother into a van. And then he zooms in, like he has this thing as well. And then like he has it like this eye zoom that zooms in. And then he sees that they're bundling his brother. And then he jumps. He's wearing like he had been wearing a tuxedo, so he was just wearing a white shirt and black pants, like tuxedo pants, no shoes, because he doesn't like wearing shoes. And then he jumps off that building, but he jumps to another building, and then he this
scales it down.
Yeah, he skids down on that building.
He does parkour on the building.
Parkour, exactly. Yeah. From that tall building, lands, and And then those ones are driving off in a van, and he's chasing them on foot. I won't lie to you, it's a cool sequence.
That sounds more like a Black Panther thing from Avengers.
Black Panther. Listen, but the reason why I said that is I likened it to the first Avenger, Captain America, first Avenger. You know, when he first gets his powers, and then he's wearing the white shirt. When he's wearing like that white
t-shirt, and was chasing the car
through New York, yeah. And then like there's a part that they go around, and then he sees a shortcut, and then he goes through it. Like it's cool. I don't know why that he jumps on the van. He's punching the van. The van is bulletproof, and he's punching it the windshield, and like he's making headway. They hit a car. He flies off, lands back, gets up again, starts running. Man, I'm like, it's cool.
That was the Captain America sequence.
It's the Captain America sequence
before the guy jumped into the submarine in the water.
Sub, and then he goes away. Yeah, but this one, they I think they slam him against another car, and then they drive off, and then he's chasing them because he can smell. He chases them to the docks. They put his brother on a helicopter. He chases the helicopter, throws like a netting on it, holds the helicopter down. Captain America sequence. It's but if you see it, it's cool. I'm like, it's cool. It's cool. Don't mind that one. Okay, that one. What do you want to say? So something good about the movie, the action sequence, I thought was really cool. Yeah.
This is another scenario where it was okay. I don't understand how Kate got so gassed. Okay. It's not a bad scene. It's an okay scene. In a way, if you've seen, I think they released the first 8 minutes of the movie.
I've not seen that yet.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
And to be honest, why they've done that is, I think the best way you can talk about this film at all is that they had a couple of good action pieces. And so that first 8 minutes was an action set piece. That's why they released it to forewarn people into going to watch the whole film. So it's good. It's good. It's okay.
So let me ask a question. I'll be honest with yourself here.
Yeah.
If it was T'Challa chasing them, or Steve Rogers chasing them, would you still have said it was
okay? So as a thing.
Red, you know what? It's actually better than the chase sequence in the first Avenger, and I like the chase sequence.
Okay. So here's the thing, Red.
It's 10 years after them.
And I'll direct my answer to you, Red, because there's no talking to this guy below you. So I'll direct my answer to you. Even when Matrix came out,
yeah,
Matrix did the bullet time scene.
Yeah.
And then maybe 2 years later, we got Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
And then even, and I'm talking about there's no one there level. Even if you approached as good as that scene, it cannot be as good because already we can see a template. This film did a lot of templates copy and pasting. I won't lie.
Yeah.
In the action sequences, and I'm not saying it's bad because I don't think it's bad. I just thought it was okay. But it didn't really. Even when they were doing his animal type powers, I thought okay, but I've seen this before.
Where
you know when it land like a
because
they were doing it in a kind of an animalistic way. T'Challa has done it a bit, but some other characters have done it. So I'm not going to knock it. To be honest, I think the action bit, I thought they spent money on it. I later found out that it wasn't that expensive because I thought, okay, you did spend a lot of money doing the African. I even thought the whole Serengeti giant lion. I don't know why I like the giant lion, which he did like.
I don't think you get it. Yeah.
So you can see where we are. So yeah, I don't want to diss it that the action was bad. I felt Kate was just over egging the penny.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, somebody else might watch it and have the same reaction that Kex has.
Okay.
Fair enough. I just think as a whole, it was just bog average, and Sonny has given us at least 2 God tier productions in the superhero genre.
Okay. Spider-Man 2 and
the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
So I want to thank them for that. But the dearth of imagination, the dearth.
Yeah.
I honestly don't understand how it happens at studios. Now, I don't work in the studio, but the more and more I see of these things, I'm thinking, is this just like some big office, like some government office with thousands of civil workers, and they're just churning out stuff? These are meant to be creatives.
Yeah.
You can't tell a creative to do something they're not interested in and expect them to churn out and then put all these ridiculous restrictions on them and expect them to churn out.
Yeah, but okay, fine. But you are seeing the results, you are seeing the money being lost, and you're not learning your lesson. It makes no sense to me.
I mean, the primary, like for all these companies, they are loss makers, is to keep the IP, and they keep hoping.
Can't you keep the IP and also make money?
Some people cannot do two things at the same time. They can only do one.
Well, the problem with corporate and bureaucracy is by its very nature makes it hard for an individual to come out and say, "I am the problem." But is this whole system?
And
do you remember
if you watch what? No. Like I was going to reference Kex, the franchise.
Yes.
New favorite TV shows, which talks about a bit about how these things happen and how it's like it's an entire industry from top to bottom. And if you are the director, you are getting a lot of shit from above to change this, put this product placement, no, remove this scene, add this scene. It's going to be very hard to tell the story you want. Now you're now having a director who is just looking for money. And doesn't care about the story itself. I'm going to tell what story I can tell and make money and move on to my next project.
No, there's someone at the top who said like, "I want this," and the next two people are like, "Are you going to tell him it's not going to work?" I'm like,
"Yeah."
Are you the one
we have to make it work.
Well, no, I want to have a job. And just going down. By the time they're seeing it, there'll be people mumbling like, "This is shit." And then I'll be presenting it to him. I'm like, "Oh, it's great." And the guy will be like, "Oh, yeah, I like it." Signs off.
This is so true.
And you see that work. You see like bad ideas. And like at work, you see bad ideas. When everybody that is not on the hot seat knows it's a bad idea. But there's one person who has given one on ridiculously impossible timeline, and nobody's telling them it's not possible. They're like, okay.
That reminds me of when Post Office decided to call themselves Consignia.
Yeah.
Everybody, apart from the people who the idea, said, "What the fuck?" Yeah. It's been million. A year later, they went back. A year later.
Because I won't blame, right now, I've got to say where I can't blame the writers, I can't blame the directors, I can't blame the actors. It's like there's a whole, these people are just
it's the person signing the check.
Like to make a good movie, it's going to be extremely difficult.
And it's amazing how much power one man has. The person signing that check. Because people just want their paycheck.
This reminds me of this. I don't know if you guys heard this story about Superman Flyby that Kevin Smith was supposed to direct.
Oh yeah.
In that movie, and the Spider. There was an exec that was
obsessed
with Spider, and at the end of the film, he wanted Superman to fight a giant spider. And he told Kevin Smith was like he had to say yes, basically. Like, okay, yeah. So like I can make it.
No, if you don't say yes, you're not getting the movie.
Long story short, movie doesn't happen. But that same exec,
not because of the spider, just a different thing.
No, something else.
Yeah.
That same exec now had them insert a spider in Wild West.
Yes.
So that's why there's a giant mechanical spider at the end of, because the guy thought for some reason this is a fantastic
that was his horse. He was willing to
bad thing to fight.
and we know how Wild West turned out.
It's one thing I want to talk about.
Nowhere.
Yeah,
that made me laugh.
Yeah,
you've all seen Black Adam, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You all remember at the end where he sat down on the chair
and he does that pose.
He recreated that great cover.
Yeah.
This film does that as well.
But the way this
wasn't that the cover of the movie already? Like it was in posters.
Yes.
Was it?
But the way this film does it is the thickest, most inorganic, most contrived, most.
It's embarrassing.
Copy job.
Very embarrassing. Like you see the guy posing and looking at himself in the mirror. There's a mirror, I swear. Like Allah. There's a mirror in front of him, and he's like, and he's adjusting himself to get the pose right.
Yeah, and then
Directed by JC something, and the film ends like that.
So something like that. One exec could be like, I want that pose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's clear now. It's obvious.
Yeah, like I want that pose. Like, has he done the pose?
Oh. Talking about poses. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Oh, there's still a lot of poses.
He poses a lot in this film. But
he does this
like,
obvious pose
from the back.
Now and then, where he'll stand with his back to us, arms slightly akimbo, then he'll do a half turn.
It's probably very fit, right? Very ripped, right?
Yeah.
It was inorganic. He just kept on doing it. What is going on now?
Quite a lot.
That's somebody's fantasy body in their head, and they're gonna keep seeing it. So like, I want that 3/4 shot every time. And you guys are laughing. That's how it happens.
You know, normally you can walk, and then as you're walking naturally, you can fall into a pose that will look good.
I don't know. Turn around.
It's not like it's gonna get. Oh yeah. It's not the pose.
Yeah. He's.
What are you doing?
He's very posy.
Yeah,
he's very posy. He bounces. He swat like.
Yeah.
Okay. Surely you must have liked something about this film. I've said I like the action.
He liked the lion.
I like the lion.
You know, the lion is one of the only CG characters in there. So you like the only CG character in the film.
Yeah.
What do I like about this film?
Calypso?
No.
Okay.
Foreigner?
There's a
God almighty. No. Okay. So what this film is doing, it was all cramming it with nods to the comic. But these are nods that you have to be a deep geek, honestly, to know how these characters. I will honestly tell you, Calypso, I did not know her. I couldn't remember her.
She's part of this.
After the film, I went to read, and I had no clue. The Foreigner. This is a guy I probably read 2 or 3 times in the comics.
That's a very deep cut.
It's a deep cut, and again, they changed his power set in the movie. So this film does a lot. They put all these characters, like the chameleons in it. There's no need for the chameleon to be.
The chameleon is actually a really, really, really bad cameo. Very bad.
Yeah, it's very bad. And we literally get to see him in chameleon form.
In the chameleon with the white head.
From the comic. It's
comic accuracy. You comic fans have always complained about comic accuracy.
So I feel so again. Again, this is why I say this is like a film written by committee, right. Geek nerds will complain if you don't put something in for a geek. By
what do you
what does he do? I can't remember. Just give him this power. Oh, Calypso, yeah.
What? It's like this is why I will still stick to my theory of someone writing a different story, and then going down the list of who are all the Marvel characters we have access to. And there's the guy called Foreigner. Okay, can be a spy. It makes a good spy name. Yes, I can give it. Chameleon isn't not Russian in the comics. No, it makes a good
yeah. Let them brothers.
That's a good brother. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this it's not a bad film. So it's bad film.
You've said it so many times that it's not a bad film.
I'm actually confused.
It's a bad film, but it's not the worst.
Yeah,
it's not the worst film. Yeah.
My thing is, this movie was supposed to come out 2 years ago.
Yes.
And if it had come out 2 years ago, I think the reception would be better than now.
Yeah.
Because
but
now people are really angry.
But what would you have gotten 2 years ago? Because it might even be worse than this. Obviously, they already added some, maybe chameleon.
They added chameleon and Foreigner to it now.
It's another chameleon and Foreigner to it. So you got more.
This point is super possible, honestly. It's super possible. But it has a cinema score of C, which I think is fair.
Can you imagine? What the Flash gets? Was it not like an F or something?
I think it's no. I'll check. But I think
is it worse than Flash? I don't think so.
no.
No,
Is it
okay.
worse than Flash?
Flash is a good movie.
I didn't hate Flash movie. You know, on record.
Like I don't hate
I don't
Flash
hate Flash
movie.
Flash is
Yeah.
better than this. But Flash is
Okay.
not.
Yes.
Okay.
Super film.
Flash was overshadowed by the actor.
They're not in the same ballpark.
They're not in the
Personally.
same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not in the same ballpark personally.
Okay, so are you ready to rate it?
Yes.
Yeah, let's. Out of 5-star, let me go first. I'm going to give this a 2.2. I'll give this a 2.2. So it's less than 50%. Yeah.
And 2.1 of that is from the action.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm actually. You know what? I'm going to agree with the exact same score. I'm going to agree with that because I'll people say mid, but I can't give it 2.5. It's not 2.5.
No.
So yeah, 2.2 is fair for me.
Because it's a movie that somehow ended up costing 130 million pounds.
Yeah.
You know,
how is it do we know if it's doing well in the box office?
This is the worst performing Sony movie. It's doing worse than Madam Web.
What numbers?
What's it?
Well, it's doing worse than Madam Web, yeah. I think it made less than 10 million for opening weekend.
It is domestic was 11 million.
Did you say 10 million?
No,
11
sorry.
million.
Domestic is 11 million.
Wait, did you forget a zero somewhere?
No, they're not joking.
This is the opening weekend now, Abba.
Which is normally about 70, 80. Is that normal?
No, like 40 is a good domestic weekend opening.
It's making 11. It's made 11 million. International, it's made 15. So altogether, it's made 26 million. And I don't see
around the world.
Around
the world,
this planet that we're all rotating with. Yes.
Well, let's give it another weekend. School is out this week for a lot of people, right?
No, it's not going to get better. It's going to
I don't think so. I don't know.
You said give it another weekend. So I presume they're ready. You're taking your family to go and watch
it. Do you know what the problem is?
I'm not watching it. No.
Do you know what
so who are the unfortunate family you think are going to go and watch it?
It's R-rated.
It's
R-rated.
So it doesn't matter.
So it's R-rated. So I don't
even think.
And this week, so Sonic 3 is coming out. So it is.
What's coming out?
Sonic 3. Sonic.
Oh,
Sonic 3 is coming out on. So
Lion King is no, Mufasa is coming out also.
Yeah. So I think this is anyway.
This is the end because one, they're going to take away theaters from this movie. Like theaters are going to reduce for this particular movie.
I'll watch it on streaming by end of next week.
This was not in my local, in my cheap local. This did not make the big screen. No.
It's a streaming movie.
It made the second tier screens.
Second tier screens. Oh,
yeah. I mean, do you want to take away Wicked or Moana 2 for Kraven? Come on. Let's be serious here.
No, that
Moana 2, by the way, 717 million so far.
Yeah.
How about
17 million?
717
million
so
thus far.
This movie has made how much?
This is why Disney will not listen to us now because they're making money.
And I've heard that the movie is just okay.
It's not as good as one. I mean, I've not seen it, but
Red.
Yeah,
but
I've not seen it. No.
Disney.
No. My daughter said they wanted to see it. Then they
I thought you took them.
No, they talked to their friends in school. I'm like, no, they wait. That they got bad reviews. That it's not the peer pressure or whatever.
That's what I said as well. Even the people that don't see
it. Disney are equally benefit of imagination. They just
100%.
They're just more machine at the moment.
But Disney has generation. They have generations of loyalty.
Yeah.
To bank on. Yeah, to bank on. Yeah, correct. Yeah, so I mean, to our listeners out there, I would not advise anyone to go and watch this film in the cinema. I would say wait for it to come out on any digital platform. Watch it. it's something you can watch. I don't think it was that even long. I'm trying to remember how long it was.
It was like 2 hours. It was 2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours plus. Okay, so yeah, it's an easy watch.
Yeah,
it's an easy watch. As long as you don't go there expecting anything great.
Yeah,
you'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's not what's on Madam Web. So anybody listen to that?
No.
And it's better than. At least me and Kex agree it's better than we both agree it's better than Venom 2. So even just take that as a guideline. I think it's better than 3 and same level as 1, but that's just
Morbius.
Well enough. So Morbius is the one I'm not because even Morbius, I didn't if from memory, I just thought it was made as well. I didn't think it was. I know the way it got attacked afterwards for mobbing time and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I just thought it was I would have given that like almost similar score to this, if I've been honest.
The problem with mid themes is that you get indifference to them. And yes, they completely disappear from the zeitgeist. A Madam Web can come back a few years from now and have a cult following. Because of how bad it is. Yeah. But when you're mid, it's almost worse.
That happen.
Yeah. And I think even being made itself can be a problem.
Yeah.
If you're going, if Rio is going in,
they're not memorable,
already angry from the last film this company sent to them.
This is going to feel like a bad film, and then they're not taking anything away from it. They're not like, this is so bad, ha ha ha. This is.
And they, again, if they've been triggered by Madam Web, triggered before, they won't have any mercy when they go. So basically, Sony's burnt all any credit they've had. If they had any,
absolutely.
So they should go and hire their games gone. Basically.
The thing is, the problem is they only got one IP. They've only got Spider-Man, and everything is.
If all these movies they've made, we can see a good movie for all these stories they've done so far. Like you can tell a good Kraven movie story. You can tell a good Madam Web story. You can tell a good Mobius. So it's not that their characters are.
I wonder what's the odds of Disney doing what they did to Marvel Entertainment to Sony, but buying the IP back. Is that even a possibility?
They probably will. Like
they can afford it.
They can afford it.
Sony's not poor now. Sony and actually Sony is the only one to make money. Is the only one that's been making money over these past few years because they're not wasting money on streaming. They are licensing their properties to Netflix. Yeah.
So they are not cash. They don't have a lot of debt.
If Sony was like a struggling studio, they had issues. I could see Disney try to leverage because they bought Marvel Entertainment for what was the price again? Was it 4 billion?
Like 12 or so.
Oh,
no, it was
okay. So that was Star Wars, right? That was Lucasfilms.
Yeah, no, I think it was 4. I don't know why 4 is in my head.
4 is in my head. I think it was Lucasfilms. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But yeah. So I don't think they can buy Sony.
They don't have to buy
Sony. Also buy Sony. Buy the Spider-Man properties back from Sony.
Sony would never sell. This is more profitable for them to license it to.
I don't see them selling because it's like I'm not really doing anything. When I do put money inside it, I'll write it off as a tax break. So
and this is why they can get to that somebody signing the check and talking rubbish that they should do. They're gonna make the money in PlayStations.
And they don't have to produce content like Disney has to.
The MCU deal in a way makes it worse for Disney. Because you basically paying money for them for free.
Yeah.
That's free money.
That's what they do.
Okay, so 4 billion. They pay 4 billion for
So Sony's not selling this thing away.
Oh no, sorry. That was Star Wars was 4 billion.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so Star Wars is 4 billion. 4.05 billion.
Anyway, so let's round this up.
Oh no, and Marvel was 4 billion as well.
Oh, okay, both.
Yeah. So 4 billion Marvel, 4.05 for Star Wars.
Okay.
Next week, we'll run through the Games Radar's best comic books for 2024.
We'll compare a couple of them. I don't think.
No, but no,
yeah.
we'll run through the list, and the ones that we've read, we'll see whether or not we agree.
Today's already vexing before the
Yeah. I was a bit irritated at some of them, but yeah.
I mean, I've read Ice Cream Man, and I don't know how it gets on. It gets on top 25.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's one particular comic there that I actually think is
Ultimate X-Men, but don't worry,
we'll talk about it. Yeah, exactly.
all the X-Men books that should be removed.
I agree.
Every X-Men book should not be on top.
NYX, all of them. But we'll talk about them next week. So, and then obviously we'll catch up on Creature Commandos as well. So, guys, thank you so much for your time. Remember to rate, like, subscribe, Naija's Geeking on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And we will see you next week. That is episode 213. Tunde.
Yes, goodbye. That is the last superhero movie of 2024. And with that, we close a very disappointing year for superhero movies, actually. But we are looking forward to next year where DC is bringing it back. See you guys next week.
Well, I want to bring it back home and keep it a bit personal. Welcome back, Dakbo. You know all those. You know your friends. You know your enemies. Looking forward to seeing you on WhatsApp splits. If you at me and I'm not responding, I'm intentionally ignoring you.
all I have to say is last two have been educational. Understanding the people who will happily kick you when you're down, who will happily take advantage of you. You know, they see a helpless man with no arms, after behind his back, they'll start slapping you.
But in all honesty, none of them surprised you, though.
No, not really, but
exactly.
Some people took it, with such
you never heard
it. Some people were actually, tanking kicks.
Very, very gleeful.
Yeah. Listeners, thanks again for tuning in. And actually, by the way, I'd like to welcome to our new listeners. We seem to be getting a surge of listeners.
Yay.
I hope this episode does not put you off.
Like, subscribe. Thank you.
Please keep coming back. And guys, send us feedback. Talk to us. Is there anything you want us to discuss? We will discuss it.
Yes.
But for now, we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.